Hey everyone, in this set of videos I'm going to be going over the solutions to assignment 13. So for this assignment, you have to create a class called UHPerson and then implement two more classes, faculty and student, which inherit the features of UHPerson. And then in the end, you have to get this code to work with the UHPeople program provided. So to start, we have to write the UHPerson because faculty and student inherit from that class. So UHPerson has two attributes, name and ID, and then it has getters and setters for the name and ID, and then a new method called toString. So here I already wrote out the boilerplate for the UHPerson class, and then so we have these two attributes, name, which is a string, and ID, which is an integer. So I'll just start writing that out first. And at this time I won't set them to anything. Also, I don't need a constructor for this because I can just use the default constructor that's given to me. So I won't actually explicitly write out a constructor for the UHPerson. And then now we need the getters. So write it for the string first. Oh, no wait, this is the getter, so all I have to do is return name. And then we have the getter for the ID. I think this is capital I, capital D. Here I made a mistake here. This does not take any arguments. And then we have to write the setters. So that should be it for the getters and setters, and then I'm just going to compile this to make sure it works correctly, or to make sure it compiles. And it compiles. And then the last thing we need to do for this class is write a toString method, but I just want to show you guys with the tester class what happens when you don't have toString implemented for an object. So UHPerson P. Right. So normally, when you try to print a variable like this, like an integer, it'll print normally. But that's not the same for objects. And we'll see when I run this that you get the class type and then a bunch of numbers, which represents the address of this object. But we actually want to print, as it says here, the name and ID, or the ID and the name with a space in between. And the way we do that is to write a method called toString. And we just return the ID with a space and then the name. So here, if we compile person, Oh wait, yeah. So that's it. Since we overrode toString, when we print, it automatically updated to the ID and then the name. And that's it for UHPerson.